What do we know? We know the Yankees and Padres have had discussions and that they've been at an impasse because there's a difference in opinion on what the Yankees should give up for Soto. The Padres asked for upwards of 7 players, also wanted the Yankees to take on some salary relief and another player in Grisham. Meanwhile, the Yankees are saying, hey, listen, we're willing to give up some prospects, and we know this is going to have to sting, but we're also taking on $30+ million of what Soto is going to cost. I think that these conversations will gain more traction. I think these two sides will find their way back to each other. The Yankees know this is a move they have to make. This is a move they could and should make. They need to fix what ailed them in 2022, Flash, and that was an historically bad offense. You make this move, and suddenly Soto makes that lineup look much more ferocious.
Well, you talk about some of the things that we do know. I can tell you, as a player for the Yankees, you always know that their front office, Brian Cashman, their general manager, is always going to bring in the reinforcements, and ownership is going to spend the money to make this team much better than it was last year. When you talk about Juan Soto, he checks all of the boxes, right? Left-handed hitter who puts the ball in play. That was a problem for the Yankees last year. Too right-handed, too swing and miss, a little bit too much. He can drive the ball into the seats. He doesn't strike out. He has a high walk rate. Those are all great qualities to have to add to that lineup. 25 years old. He is a star already. Now the downside, only 1 year until he becomes a free agent. He is a Scott Boras client. Usually he takes his clients out on the market, so we'll see how that's going to play out. And you'd probably say not the greatest outfielder, not the greatest base runner, but when you talk about the biggest need, it's swinging the bat, driving the baseball. They need this guy.
All right, the scouting report on him will include those things that you just talked about, but it also include a generational hitter who has been compared to Ted Williams, and you talk about the numbers he's been able to put up. The other pieces of the puzzle that we should add to this is that the Padres need pitching. They lost Snell. They lost Martinez. The Yankees have that major league ready and AAA pitching. You're looking at Schmidt, King, Thorpe, Hampton, Vasquez, Brito. So all of those players have been mentioned. The Yankees just aren't willing to part with 7 of them. So that's why I think these two sides will find their way back. And the other thing that is known throughout baseball is that the Padres are looking to cut salary. And this is a team that has already taken out a $50 million loan to help deal with its payroll. So that's why moving Soto for them and then getting pitching, that solves some of their issues.
Yeah, and this time of the year, you hear so many different rumors. The Blue Jays might be in on this, right? They might try to steal him away from the Yankees. The good news for me is that Brian Cashman and A.J. Preller, the GM of the Padres, they're talking. They're throwing names out there. It has become very public, and when those names become public, you find a way to get a deal done. Michael King is probably the sticking point for the Yankees. He was so good in the rotation at the end of last year. They're probably saying we'd love to see what he can do maybe as a number 2 or 3 man in our rotation next year. Michael King, the question is always going to be, can he stay healthy during a long season, taking the ball every 5th day? I'm sure the Yankees would love to find that out.